Is that their most complete home performance of the season for Ipswich Town? And we'd look back and they thrashed Sheffield United here 5-0. They've beaten Norwich in the derby and everything that came with that. Blackburn at the weekend with 3-0 was obviously a better scoreline. But for me, maybe I'm missing something. I'd need to go back and look at those games. But all of those games have had moments in them where we talk about that wobble in the middle of a first half, or moments where the opposition have had spells on top. Tonight was controlled, composed from start to finish. I would say maybe the start of the second half there was 5 minutes. When did Clark score? 55 was it?
Yeah.
So in that sort of 5 to 10 minutes leading up to 2-0, Bristol City I thought started the second half and threatened to maybe get on top. But that bit aside, Ipswich controlled this game, dominated this game, forced a ton of corners, lots of shots. And I just thought it was probably their most complete performance here. I never felt any real sort of sense of nerves in that game. And once it got to 2-0, they just shut this game down. They kept the ball, they kept their shape, didn't go hunting loads more goals to rack it up. And it's another clean sheet as well. So definitely a sense that, as we've been saying all season, this is a new look side full of talented individuals, and God help the rest of the Championship when they start to come together as a team. And we're starting to see that now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Firstly, Christian Walton, 9 clean sheets this season. I think Alex Palmer's great. I really, really do. But there is just a certain level of security that's come with having Christian Walton in goal. Made a couple of stops in this one. The first one I thought was really good, the way he got back to deny Emil Rees, who was rightfully very annoyed at himself because he should have done miles better with that. And then another kind of P-roller from Rees as well, with the only real opportunities that Bristol City had in this game, because...
Saved one with his legs, didn't he, where Ipswich shot themselves in the foot playing out from the back. Kipre, Walton to Kipre. Kipre played it back inside, and Walton had to be there to smother one. But yeah, you're right. Bristol City didn't do a lot going forwards in this game. They had the odd moment, and Walton was there when needed.
Self-inflicted with those moments, and when tasked with actually creating stuff and breaking down Ipswich, Bristol City had no idea really of how to get at that. They left Rees exposed. Mehmeti dropped far too deep. Twine looked a bit like a deer in the headlights at times, and those are 3 really good Championship players that just didn't have a sniff here. And that's the levels again that we're at the moment. Real control in this game. The back line composed and calm on the ball. One of Kipre's, I'd say, shakier performances from recent levels that he's been at, because he's been excellent. But even then, it's 1 or 2 moments that Ipswich are able to handle with. They come with playing out from the back, won the midfield battle, created so much for the players going forward, for Wes to bomb on down that right flank, Nunez to open space up. Azon had so much to work with today, which was really good. And as well, it's a team enjoying their football, isn't it? That's what you want to see, and you can see teams that play well and win, but there's something extra special about watching a team do that, controlling a game and then also enjoying the way that they do it. And that's what it felt like tonight. And all of those things considered, against a good opponent, given that they felt so in control. There was no real jeopardy in this game, which you had against Sheffield United, which you had against Norwich, which you had against Stoke and Coventry and Blackburn. Even over the weekend, I think there was some element of peril. It didn't feel like you had any of that today, and I'd have to have a proper think if it's their best home performance, but all of those factors would say that it very easily could be.
Yeah, I think the word for me was complete in terms of all aspects. There's been other days where they've really clicked going forwards and been more ruthless, although that's not always been the case. But tonight it was it was the fast tempo start, it was the killer second, it was then the control from 2-0. I thought all aspects of it was pretty good tonight.